we have Maria Portilla, and Maria is our Greenburgh Hispanic liaison, is doing an amazing job. She was profiled on ABC Channel 7 El Tiempo a couple of weeks ago for her exceptional efforts.
Good evening, everyone. I am honored and humbled to be here tonight. We're going to talk about history a little bit. It's something that I really do when I initiate something. I want to know the process. So Hispanic Heritage Acceptance officially began in 1960s as a result of a large group of Latino activists whose demands included recognition of their rights, culture, and history. In 1968, President Johnson declared Hispanic Heritage Week. A U.S. Representative Esteban Torres in 1987 proposed the extension of this celebration to 31 days. In 1988, President Ronald Reagan extended the period of this celebration for a month. September 15 was chosen as the kickoff because it coincides with the Independence Day of 5 countries in Central America: Honduras, El Salvador, Guatemala, Nicaragua, y Costa Rica. I can add also that Mexico celebrates their independence on September 16, as well as Chile on September 18, as today is October 12, and we are celebrating Cristobal Columbus, who discovered America in 1492. Hispanic Heritage Month was ordered into law on August 1988. In 1989, President George H.W. Bush declared Hispanic Heritage Month as a national celebration, as a national celebration. So 20 years later, the celebration from a week finally was granted as a monthly celebration. Since then, America honors achievement, culture, history, and contributions to both Latinos and Hispanics, who has inspired others too. During this month, we, the Latinos, celebrate and share not only musical, culinary, religious festivities, all the traditions that are passed down generation to generation. We also celebrate the strong family ties that we all carry. Here in Greenburgh, the Hispanic population has been growing tremendously. According to the last census report, Hispanic population in Greenburgh become now 16%. Last year, after Supervisor Paul Feiner won the re-election, we both sat and had a conversation about how to create a program where the Hispanic residents in Greenburgh can benefit, especially due to the previous events that this population, the Hispanic population, were suffering from the previous presidential administration that I'm sure that we all know and we all remember. So since November 9th of 2021, Hispanos in Greenburgh, that's the name of the program, that has been providing guidance, services, information, education, advocacy, and emotional support. Tonight, I proudly say that Greenburgh Town Hall has made a big milestone in providing services to the Greenburgh residents. And just to add, the program is not only for Latinos. The program lately became bilingual. So everybody is welcome. The program is open every Tuesday, and I'm willing to work with everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. Judge Walter Rivera
Yeah,
here.
he's on Zoom.
On Zoom. So.
There he is.
Judge Rivera.
I like your background.
Thank you.
I think before we bring in Judge Rivera, we should announce the fact that he is the first Latino judge in the town of Greenburgh. And he is currently the New York State Court of Claims judge, as well as president of the Latino Judges Association. Thank you, Honorable Walter Rivera, for accepting our invitation to be a guest speaker this evening.
Well, thank you, Ms. Beville, Supervisor Feiner, and to the town council for this generous invitation for me to speak today. As you heard, can you hear me okay?
Sure.
Okay. As you heard, I am presently upstate at a judges convention, and I apologize that I cannot be there in person, which I would have wanted to be, but I'm here virtually, and it is an honor to be here today. I have lived in the town of Greenburgh for over 30 years, and this represents more than any other place I have ever lived at. Greenburgh is my home. As you just heard, in 2011, I was elected to a 4-year term as justice of the Greenburgh Town Court and re-elected in 2015. I served until my appointment to the Court of Claims, which occurred in June of 2017. I am forever grateful to the residents of Greenburgh for having given me the honor to serve as a Greenburgh Town judge, along with my 2 colleagues, Judge Arlene Gordon Oliver and Judge Dolores Brathwaite, who served during the same time I did. And Judge Brathwaite, as you know, still serving there. And Judge Gordon Oliver is now in family court. But it has been over a decade since my election. And unfortunately, no other Hispanic or Latino has been elected to any office in Greenburgh since then. And it is my hope that it doesn't take another decade for that to happen. As this is Hispanic Heritage Month, it is important to bear in mind the many contributions of the growing Hispanic community in Greenburgh, and to focus on how we can provide an inclusive environment for every member of our community. One shining example of someone who's having a direct impact in Greenburgh and with the Hispanic community is the person that just spoke, Maria Portilla, who after retiring from Westchester County has volunteered to run the program that she mentioned at Town Hall. This initiative, in my humble view, is worthy of further expansion. Last year, I was elected as president of the Latino Judges Association, and we count on approximately 105 judges statewide. Now, the majority are based in New York City and the lower Hudson Valley. there's an acute, what I would call a crisis and lack of representation and diversity and a shortage of diversity in upstate New York and places like Buffalo, Albany, Rochester, and Syracuse. While the percentage of Latino judges is still below the percentage of Latinos in the statewide population, the numbers are improving. There's no doubt that a diverse bench is important for all of us, and that it is important for the judiciary to reflect the population that it serves. Here in the 9th Judicial District, which encompasses Westchester County, there are 3 Latino elected Supreme Court justices: Justice Maria Vasquez-Doz, who sits in Orange County, Justice Thomas Quinones, who sits in Westchester County, and Justice James Heyer, who sits, I believe he's in Putnam County at the present. And Justice Vasquez-Doz was the first Latina elected in 2014, and the other 2, Justice Quinones and Justice Heyer, were both elected last year and began serving this year, January 1st of this year. There are 2 appointed Court of Claims Latino judges in our region in the Hudson Valley. Aside from myself, there's Judge Damaris Torrent, who sits in Westchester as well. In 2001, former Governor Cuomo appointed a diverse slate of candidates to the Court of Claims, and this year Governor Kathy Hochul did the same, making the Court of Claims much more diverse. One of those appointees is sitting right here with me, former town attorney Tim Lewis, who is now a Court of Claims judge and has honored me to assist me here today, and is sitting here, and you'll see him right here. You can see him right there. So it's a small world, as they say. And also, Yonkers City Court Judge Elena Goldberg Velasquez was nominated to Supreme Court in Westchester. While a diverse bench is one of the main goals of the Latino Judges Association, we must all work together and have worked together to eradicate bias in the court system. The court system understands the need for diversity and inclusion and is making great strides in eradicating bias throughout the system under the leadership of Deputy Chief Administrative Judge Edwina Mendelson. All judicial districts, including the 9th, have equal justice in the court's committees, and I am privileged to co-chair the committee for the Court of Claims for Equal Justice in the courts. The Unified Court System is also looking to expand language access and has begun to increase the hiring of more Spanish language and other language interpreters. In closing, Hispanics, like any other group, deserve a seat at the table and to have our voices heard. Collectively, and with your support, the Hispanic community in Greenburgh will continue to make important contributions to our town, resulting in a more equitable and inclusive community that benefits us all. Thank you, and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Great.